Hey everyone! Alright, so welcome to week 33. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. 7 more weeks until my due date. And there's no guarantee that he's actually gonna go to my due date. I could go before that. So time is just going by so fast. It just feels like yesterday that I made my 32-week vlog. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous that time is just going by so fast. I don't feel prepared at all, but I know that everything will just fall into place, or at least I'm really hoping that things will fall into place, because they have to, I guess. But yes, time is going by so fast. 33 weeks already, I just can't believe it. So this week, the baby is the size of a durian, and I really wish I could remember who it was that sent me the picture of the durian on Facebook, because last week I said that by the end of the week he was going to be the size of a durian, or I think that's how you say it, and I had no idea what that was, and so someone sent me a picture of what it is on Facebook, and so thank you so much for sending that, because I really had no idea. And by the end of this week, he is going to be the size of a butternut squash. So that's really cool, just getting bigger and bigger all the time. I think it said that, he should be about 4 pounds now, or just a little over, so that's really great. 4 pounds is substantial. I don't know, it's it's a baby in there. It's pretty crazy. As far as food cravings, my food cravings have sort of shifted a little bit. I'm still craving chocolatey things, macaroons and glacé raisins and things like that. But I'm finding myself drawn more to strawberries and watermelon a lot. And I've been on Pinterest, and I've been kind of looking at different recipes and things of that nature. Because I just really kind of want strawberries and watermelon. And yeah, and there's been a few things that I found that I kind of really think I might try. But that's it for the cravings. Nothing really new, and no aversions, but I haven't had aversions for a while. So that actually leads right into my symptoms for this week, and a new symptom that has come up that is new, because this is not me at all, is I have an urge to cook. I am not dexterous in the kitchen in any way, shape, or form. I can do the basics. I can do meat and potatoes, kind of meals. But that's really about it. And here I'm living with my parents, and my mom cooks every night, and she cooks great, and so there's no need for me necessarily to cook because my mom does it. I can cook, but I need a recipe. I'm not one that just knows what spices to pull out of the cupboard that goes good with certain things. I'm not good. So I never really have the urge to cook because I'm not inclined in the kitchen. But lately, this past week, I have definitely had the urge to cook. I want to include more fruits into my diet, especially strawberries and watermelon. I'm really craving those lately. So I've been on Pinterest, and I'm looking up recipes, and I'm actually going to be making something tonight, which is, I'm starting off easy, with an easy recipe, so I might actually film that and see how that goes. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm kind of adjusting the recipe a little bit to suit mine and my husband's taste. But yeah, so maybe I'll film that and see how that goes. But yeah, I have an urge to cook, so I guess that's probably something to do with the baby's coming and wanting to take care of the baby, and so wanting to take care of, I don't know, but I want to cook. So I guess that's a good thing, because eventually I'm not going to live here, and I'm going to have to cook for, for Ewan and for Jason, and hopefully Jason will get on board and start cooking a little bit more too, because he doesn't cook either. Although he's kind of in the same boat as me. Neither of us know really how to cook, but we can do the basics. We can do the meat and potatoes thing. But yes, so that is one of the symptoms. And another symptom that I'm having that I have been having for a few weeks, and I can't remember if I've mentioned it in a previous video or not, to be honest, but it's been more prevalent this past week, is shortness of breath. I'm very short of breath. We live in a split entry home, and just getting up those stairs, even just going up one half of the stairs, I'm out of breath. I don't know if it's because, you know, Ewan is sitting higher lately, or what it is, or if he's just because he's getting bigger, probably that. But yes, I am very short of breath, and it takes nothing at all for me to be winded. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I have some back pain going on, upper to middle back pain, and sitting for any length of time hurts my back, so I lay down a lot. And I'll lie down with my Snoogle in bed, and I'll have like the laptop over me on like a tray so I can still be on the laptop. And our bed is quite high, and so even the process of like trying to climb into bed and get into the Snoogle and, you know, get set up, even though Jason helps me tremendously and he like does it all, I still have to physically get into the bed, and I am just spent afterwards. I'm just exhausted and out of breath from that whole ordeal. So, you know, before I get into bed, it's like, okay, do I have everything that I want near me? Have I peed? You know, so that I won't have to get up and do the process all over again. But yeah, shortness of breath. And I only imagine that it's going to get worse just because he's getting bigger. But yeah, it's quite funny sometimes, actually. Okay, so moving on to movements. His movements, and I said this last week, they're getting so much stronger. It's amazing how strong he is, and it just seems to kind of like have come all at once. His movements getting stronger, but something that I've noticed, like a pattern of his, I guess, is he always will wake up when I go to bed, which is usually around 11 o'clock in the evening when Jason goes to bed for work. Like, he has to get up in the morning for work, and I always go to bed when he goes to bed. And yeah, he'll always wake up as soon as I lie down to go to bed, and I could be lying down in bed in the Snoogle, like on my laptop, for like the whole evening, but it doesn't matter. It's when I get into bed to actually go to sleep that he wakes up. And he's been doing that for, you know, a few weeks. It's been consistent. Around 11:30 he wakes up, and he's up and awake for, you know, a while. But the past 2 nights, he has been going crazy in my stomach. Like, I've never seen my stomach move and get so like distorted. It is just the craziest thing to watch. When I'm just lying in bed, and Jason has gone to sleep, and there's no way I'm falling asleep with him going crazy like that in my tummy. But yeah, he's just kicking, and he is wide awake from 11:30 till about 12:30 or 12:45, and it's the past 2 nights in a row, so I'm going to see if it'll happen again tonight. But yeah, it's super crazy. And another thing that I find super crazy about that is, because it's dark, my husband's going to sleep. I usually will have my phone on me, and I'll just be like playing Bejeweled or something like that, lying in bed waiting for Ewan to go back to sleep so that I can go to sleep. But he'll be going so crazy in my tummy, and I want to watch, you know, but it's dark. I have the sheet up over me, you know, covering me because I'm in bed. So I'll like lift my head and like put it underneath the sheet, and I'll take my phone and I'll like point it at my belly so that I can see. And almost every time I do that, when the light hits my belly, he will slow down. So I don't know if he doesn't like the light, because I know that they can sense light now. If he doesn't like it, or I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's super cool that he can sense that, and his movements change, you know, because of what I'm doing on the outside. I don't know, it just makes it so much more real. Like, it's not just a crazy thing that my tummy is doing. It's, you know, this is actually happening because there is like a living person inside my tummy. It's really, really cool. And yeah, I'm really loving it a lot. I still get a kind, like, the kicks are getting to be uncomfortable sometimes, not gonna lie. But it's still not to the point where like every single kick is uncomfortable, so I'm still just really loving the stage that I'm at as far as movement is concerned, because I feel him constantly, and it's still not quite to the point yet where, you know, it's really uncomfortable and he's, you know, kicking my ribs, and I got bruised ribs because he's kicking me so much. So I'm really, really loving this stage that we're at right now with movement. Okay, so something else that happened this week is I had my first prenatal class. I went into it thinking, you know, like this is going to be one of 3 classes. Each class is going to be taught or instructed by a different health practitioner. And, you know, they were going to go over different things in each class. And so I went into it thinking, you know, I really hope that I get something out of this. I hope it's not boring, because, like, I don't want to, whatever, pat myself on the back. But, you know, I have done at least some research on my own, and I'm not completely ignorant to the things that happen during labor. A lot of people, I think, are completely ignorant and really have no idea before they go into their prenatal class, and I'm just not one of those people. And I think probably most of the people that are watching me right now are in the same boat, but I know that there are people out there that really have no idea and benefit a lot from prenatal classes. So I was hoping that I would get something out of it, and that it just wouldn't bore me, is what I was hoping. And it turns out that I really enjoyed it. In the class that we had, we went over the stages of labor, and we did watch a video, although it wasn't like super graphic, which was good, I guess. I don't really care if they were to show like a full-on birth, because whatever, it's gonna happen, and I've seen a million of like the home birth videos on YouTube anyways, just because, yeah, I've watched them just out of curiosity. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting. There were things that I definitely got out of it. I'm glad that we are going. So yeah, stages of labor and sort of a general overview was this past class. The second class is going to be actually like breathing and actually getting through labor and ways to cope with pain and things like that. So we were told to wear something comfortable because we'll be on the floor, so that's great. I'm kind of excited for that, you know, whatever, anything that I can learn to help me get through delivery would be great. And then the last class is all the interventions that could happen in a delivery. You know, if you need an epidural, all the other medications we'll go over in detail, the drugs that you're able to get when you're allowed to get them. You know, if you need a C-section, you know, forceps and vacuum and episiotomy, and all of these things are going to go over in the last class. But yeah, so I'm really excited for the next 2 classes, and in the following updates I'll absolutely let you know how they go. So let's leave it at that, and I am going to cut, and we're going to go take a look at this big belly. Alright, so let's take a look at 33-week belly. Before I actually show you this massive thing, I keep forgetting to tell you what my weight is. The past couple of weeks I've been forgetting to take my weight, but I did weigh myself this morning, and so I started off pre-pregnancy weight at 122, and actually this morning I was 151.8, so I'm 0.2 away from officially gaining 30 pounds in this pregnancy. So I tapered off a little bit. I was concerned there for a while that, you know, at the rate I was going, I was probably going to gain like 50 plus pounds, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'll probably gain like around 35 or 40 pounds. I don't know, probably around there. But we'll see. But yeah, so I keep forgetting to tell you that. But yeah, practically I've gained 30 pounds, so that's not too bad. But yeah, here is the belly. 33 weeks, and yes, I can't believe how big my belly is. These are new pants. I'm not sure if I've had them on in a video yet. I got them a couple weeks ago. They're maternity. I got them from Time Maternity, and they're very comfortable. They're capris. Yeah. But yeah. Line a little bit darker, but not anything serious. Stretch marks are starting to extend as before. I am using some Belly Butter cream. I'm actually going to be doing a review on the Belly Butter cream that I have been using. So check that out. Probably should be up in a week or so. But yeah, that is the Belly. Baby boy belly. Huge. I walk by people now, like in the mall or something like that, and they're like, whoa, look at you. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Anyways, that is it for 33 weeks. Wow. And I hope that you all have a really great week. And yeah, that's it for now. And I will see you next week for week 34. Oh my goodness. All right. Bye.